everybody. My name is Eliza Bacote. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was getting my kids off to school this morning and getting all my supplies together. For some reason it looks a little dark this morning, so I'm going to try and brighten it up a little bit, which is weird because the sunlight is pouring in, which is awesome. So I am here today on this Wednesday to do your I Have My Oils Now What class. And the point of this class is really to help you integrate your oils into your life and to help you hook your essential oils to a habit. This way they actually bring wellness into your life and help you really just stay healthier and incorporate them into some sort of routine. We are all creatures of habit, and we all know that if we don't hook something to a habit, we're gonna have a really hard time. So let me just start by introducing myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Eliza Bacote, and I am one of the leaders in the Natural Shift group. I previously worked as a nurse practitioner. I still work sometimes as a nurse practitioner, but I mainly work as a wellness expert for my business called The Organic South, and my main business related to that is doTERRA. So a big part of what I do every day is teach and educate people how to use essential oils properly. I am very in love with the science and the educational research that's going on with essential oils and incorporating them into our daily lives. Hey, Beth. And so I'm just really excited. And the great thing about today is that I'm going to be incorporating into this class a lot of the new oils that are going to be released from doTERRA October 2nd. And so some of the regimens that I have put in this class in the past are going to change a little bit because I'm incorporating some of the new oils that we can use for our wellness and our health. So let's dive right in. And I really want to start by going over the 3 ways that we use oils. So you get your packet of oils, you're looking at everything, you're not sure exactly how to use them, you're kind of waiting for somebody to get sick so you can try something, or maybe you have an ailment that you've been dealing with that you really want to try an oil for. We're going to go over a lot of those things, but I really like to start off these classes with just a basic introduction to how the 3 ways are that you're going to use your oils in your life. And the first one is aromatically. So if you haven't gotten a diffuser with your enrollment kit, I would highly recommend getting a diffuser. And then what a great thing to do is add a diffuser into your monthly order every month, because trust me, you're gonna want one for every room in your house. You'll get tired of carrying it around the house and trying to put it in different rooms. So this is actually the new diffuser that doTERRA will have out October 2nd. Many of you may have gotten the pedal diffuser. It has wonderful settings, but this is a wonderful way aromatically to use your oils. You're going to fill most of them with water and put anywhere from 6 to 10 drops, depending on your preference, of essential oil, maybe multiple essential oils, into your diffuser. This is a great way to help us manage our mood, to basically uplift your the smells in the room, which greatly impacts our mood. We know that from all the emotional science related to essential oils. It actually also helps purify impurities in the air and kill microbes in the air, especially if you're using certain essential oil blends like On Guard. So don't think that this is just a way to make your house smell good, even though it is. This has the medicinal quality of being able to kill pathogens in the air, right? As we go into this fall respiratory season, we really want to do that for our homes, right? Because we want to reduce those illnesses and kill those pathogens in the air before we inhale them. It also, of course, just smells divine, but this is a great way also too to support healthy breathing. So let's say you're having some upper respiratory discomfort. This would be a great thing to use. Hang your head over to breathe in if you're needing to inhale those oils to help with your breathing. Another wonderful thing is to keep a diffuser by your bedside. This is a great way aromatically to enhance your sleep, improve your sleep in the nighttime. So the second way that we use oils is topically on our skin. And remember, this gets into your bloodstream, and this applies to everything else. If you would not eat it, you should not put something on your skin, okay? So we want to be really healthy in the things that we put on our skin. The essential oils are available to your tissues when you do this. And if you want a general effect in the body, you're going to be applying those essential oils to the feet. I say topically, let's say if you're having abdominal discomfort, that's going to be a great place where you're going to want to put those oils, is directly over the place where you're having an issue. If you have some skin eruptions or skin discomfort or skin inflammation, that's obviously exactly where you're going to want to apply the oil topically. And you got to really use your intuition about this. Topically, like I tell people, sure, you can put them on the bottom of your feet for a systemic effect, but obviously if I have a blemish or something wrong with my skin, I'm going to put the essential oil right there on that area. Now, when we use essential oils topically, we love to use carrier oils. And I have my basket of goodies over here, so I'm just going to be grabbing stuff throughout the class to show you guys. There are lots of different carrier oils. A favorite of all of ours is doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil, and it's always liquid at room temperature, so that's great. And you can see I bought this little pump to make it easy, so I can just spritz it out. And the reason people like the fractionated coconut oil is because it's very light and non-greasy. So you can add essential oils into this, and we're going to talk about how much in a little bit, but you can add essential oils into this and it's going to readily absorb into the skin. So it's not going to feel greasy or slippery on your skin. But I will say this, if you desire a heavier carrier oil, something that actually does stay on the skin and nourishes the skin, probably two of my favorites are sweet almond oil or jojoba oil. Those are two wonderful oils if you want something heavier, especially for your kids, if they need a little bit more moisturization in the skin. Those are two great carrier oils. You really can use any vegetable-based oil to act as your carrier oil. And your standard dilution for most things topically is going to be 1 to 3 drops per teaspoon for adults, okay, of carrier oil. And for kids, standard is going to be 1 to 2 drops per tablespoon for babies, and then 1 to 2 drops per 2 teaspoons for kids. And when I say kids, I usually mean over the age of 1, okay, which is 2. And so the third way that we use oils is going to be internally, okay? And we reserve internal in our household for when we're having, major systemic issues, issues that we cannot ameliorate topically or by aromatically diffusing. Now, internally gives you great what we call bioavailability to your body. It makes it very available to your tissues, and you're going to have a rapid effect from this. And how we love to consume oils internally is in these, the Veggie Cap. doTERRA sells them. They're $4 for a bottle. So easy to use. I know it seems a little bit kind of strange at first, but we do this on a daily basis now, and it's so easy. Just take this little bitty Veggie Cap, see, like this, and you open it up, and then you drop some of the oil in there, like this. You're just going to take a little drop and let the oil drop in there. And you're going to replace the Veggie Cap, and then you're going to swallow it. Now, another way that you can take oils internally, you can certainly do this in a shot of water or a shot of milk. Some people complain to me that they kind of burp up the smell of the essential oil. Some people love that. Some people don't like that. A great way to fix that problem is to actually put it in a fat-based substance like a milk, an almond milk, or something like that. And so it supports your entire system, your digestive tract, your oral health. It's fantastic for that. I will caution you a little bit just to be careful with some of the hotter oils like cinnamon, clove, thyme, oregano, or cassia. Those are what we call our spicy oils. They actually can burn a little bit if you get them around the mouth and they're undiluted. So make sure if you're taking those internally, you really want to put those in a Veggie Cap. You can also put some in tea. Like I love to put a drop or two of ginger or lemon in my tea. I love to also put a drop or two of On Guard in my tea. That I've not had an issue with that burning. It has the cinnamon and clove, and I usually do about 1 drop. So this is a fantastic way to support your body through, more aggressive issues that you're having. So those are the 3 ways we use them: aromatically, topically, internally. Now let's talk just a little bit about safety. So when you apply essential oils, especially to the skin, if it starts to feel too hot or you notice some redness, the worst thing that you could do is go and wash it with water, because oil gets drives away from water. So if you put water on it, it's actually going to drive that oil deeper into the tissue. So the first thing that you want to do, if you're having what you feel like is just some hotness or redness, this is not necessarily a reaction to the essential oil. This means, remember, essential oils are potent. They're 50 to 70 times more potent than their corresponding herbs. It just means you need to dilute it more. So if you have that problem, what you're going to go do is grab your carrier oil and rub some more carrier oil into that area, and that will dilute out the essential oil and will hopefully fix some of those issues that you're having with the redness, or if you feel burning. Sometimes if you use a hot oil, like if I use oregano on my skin, I really have to dilute it properly. You never want to put oils in your eyes and your ear canal. You can put it in the outer ear canal on a cotton ball, certainly, or in the nasal passages, okay? So we want to stay away from those super sensitive mucous membranes. And remember here in this safety piece, less is more. So a typical dose, as we already kind of discussed for adults, is 1 to 3 drops. And for kids, usually 1 drop in either 2 teaspoons if they're a young child, or a tablespoon if they're a baby. A baby is usually under the age of 1 when I describe that. And so it's really important. Dilution is very important. And we're going to talk about how you make up certain little vials of things to make your life a little bit easier related to dilution and having things on hand. So that ties into make it convenient. Your oils will sit on a shelf, you guys, if you do not make it convenient for your life. You have to have oils in convenient places. You have to have them in convenient containers. And if you do that, this is how you will incorporate it into your life. And I promise you 100%, because we've seen it happen in our household, you will suffer from less seasonal threats, less occasional illnesses that come up that we're all exposed to, right? I promise you, you will be healthier overall. Your mood will be better. So doing all these things is going to greatly improve your wellness. I want you guys to make it convenient. What's the first way that we make it convenient? Location, location, location. So where do you keep your oils? The worst thing that you could do is put all your oils in one little box and keep them in one little place, because then you have to run all over your house to go get your oils when you need them. So you want to keep it in convenient places. For instance, by my bed, I keep all of my sleep oils that I love, or in my bathroom near my bed. Make sure you keep your diffuser by your bed, and also keep all the relaxation oils that you love, okay? So Serenity, lavender, Roman chamomile, vetiver, all these wonderful oils that are great for sleep and relaxation. You're going to want to keep those near your bed. In your bathroom, you're going to want to keep your anti-aging blends. That's your rose, your jasmine, your Virage serum, your oils for skin. And you guys, as we start talking more specifically about oils, if you notice I mentioned an oil and you have that problem, let's start keeping a list, because this is going to become your list for your loyalty rewards program orders. And every month you can start adding things to your orders from your list as we talk about this. So this is educational for you to write down those oils so you can order them in the future. So in your bathroom, I also keep things for digestion if you have digestive upsets throughout the evening. So Digest Zen or the Digest Zen soft gels. In your kitchen. Now in my kitchen, I have a mud room, a little place where I keep all of our supplements, our veggie caps, our probiotics, my essential oils that I love for daytime diffusing, for energy, mood uplifting throughout the day. I'm always keeping that kind of on the main level near my kitchen. Now, my purse or my bag, and I don't have my little purse one with me, but you're gonna wanna get a little container or a little bitty satchel for your purse to hold roller bottles. I love to carry mine with a roller bottle for everything. Digest Zen, On Guard, anything that we may have issues with, little bug bites. We'll talk about the recipes for that. Your peppermint and On Guard beadlets. So this is a fantastic way to keep them very accessible to you, is to actually have a little bag in your purse where you keep those beadlets and your common blends that you love to use and cannot do without. And traveling, you definitely want to have a little case for travel. This is a great way to keep all your Digestin, your peppermint, On Guard beadlets, just that way you have those things on hand. So location is super important to making it convenient to use your oils. Okay, let's talk a little bit about containers, because I know in the beginning I was like, oh, I'm having to mix this and this, and I felt, okay, this is really complicated, but it's really not. Once I got my containers fixed, and I was like, oh wow, this is really easy. It's already pre-diluted, but I want to talk to you about some of the containers that you're going to need to use your oils and that will make it convenient. Okay, I love aromatools.com. It's one of my favorite sites for getting tools for oils, whether it be spray bottles or roller bottles. That's just one of my personal favorite places to buy online. So spray bottles. I love these little 2-ounce spray bottles. They also come in 4-ounce. And I love to make up linen sprays. So I just fill it to the top with water, and then I add whatever essential oil that I love. Wild orange and lavender is one of my favorites. I also love to make this up, you know, say for perfumes or for body sprays. I love a lavender and lime body spray in the summertime. So these are some convenient little containers, and they're really not that expensive, and you can kind of get them in bulk. But these are great little containers to have. Roller bottles are extremely important. Now doTERRA is so amazing. They make a lot of their touch lines. If you see doTERRA Touch, that means it's already diluted in a roller bottle, so you can make your life easier by ordering, say, On Guard Touch rather than if you want to mix your own. But roller bottles come in these 10 ml vials like this. I'll show you one that I actually bought from AromaTools like this. And it's a great way. It has a little roller bottle on the top of it, so you can get your oil out upside down like that. You'll take the top off and fill it up, and then add your oil in there. So easy to apply oils, and I often do not have to refill them. They usually last me for months at a time, so it's just super easy and convenient to keep those around. It's great to keep some sample vials of oils on hand, because inadvertently, if you're using oil, someone's going to ask you about them. And so it's wonderful to get these little sample vials. I'll try and show you one if I have it here in just a second. It's wonderful to keep some of those little sample vials around because, sorry, I have my oils over here next to me in my bag. Because someone's going to ask you about that, and I love to share them with people. And so you're going to want to do that too as you start to use oils and they start to help you with little things. And sorry, I don't have one, but you'll see them on the AromaTools. They're little 1 milliliter vial, sample vials that are fantastic to put little bitty samples in. And so those are just great to carry around with you, because if someone is wanting to try an oil, you can give them a little sample of it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about a little recipe, for example, what I would mix up. So one of them would be like in one of these little bottles, I love to make an owie spray for my kids. So in this 2-ounce little spray bottle, I actually put some water, half water probably, and then half coconut oil. And then I add about 10 drops of melaleuca, lavender, frankincense, and coconut oil. So that would be a great example of something I use for my kids, and we call it owie spray. Or I also have an owie roller bottle that I keep in my purse. And I usually just fill it with fractionated coconut oil to about there, and then add 10 drops of melaleuca, lavender, and frankincense. Great little thing to keep around. When somebody gets a little scrape or a bug bite, I mean, you would not believe how it makes everybody happy. Oh, I need my roller bottle. And for yourself too. If I get a little scrape somewhere, the last thing I need is some sort of microbe entering my skin. And so many of these oils have antimicrobial action, antiseptic action, and so we really want to take advantage of that. Okay, oil holders for around your house. So I love to have a box for my bathroom, and I have the one from the doTERRA accessories section. It's just a very simple, very inexpensive plain wood box. I keep that in my bathroom. We already talked about a travel case that I use that I open up and keep in my purse. I also have another bag for downstairs. So it's a great way just to have holders for your oils everywhere so they're not kind of messy and falling over. Just makes it convenient and organized. Okay, so now let's talk about how to hook your oil to a habit. This is how you really incorporate it into your routine. So these are some of our habits that I just want to share with you. And then at the end, we'll talk about some very specific recipes for very specific ailments that you may have. So in the morning, we love to use peppermint in the morning. Peppermint is a very well-known oil for having great uplifting effects. It's great for opening the airways. It's fantastic for energy and promoting focus as well. So we love to put a drop on our tongue. My husband loves to do that before he goes out for a run. You can also diffuse this in the morning with a citrus oil. Fantastic with wild orange or lemon, just to get your day, your morning going. Another thing that we love to use in the morning that is a fantastic product that doTERRA has, and I'm getting to it, is the On Guard toothpaste. So if you did not know, the majority of toothpaste out there are actually toxic. They have a lot of toxic ingredients in them. And doTERRA is all natural. It has On Guard essential oil as well as spearmint and wintergreen, a couple other oils in there that are fantastic for oral health. So this is very, very good for oral health, and it's non-toxic. So we love to use this in the morning. That's part of our morning oil habit. Another thing I love to do in the morning is add 2 drops of citrus oil to my water. So whether I have a glass water, you just want to make sure you never put that in plastic because the essential oils can degrade the plastic a little bit. You always want it in glass or stainless steel. So I have a stainless steel water bottle that I use. And these are the oils that I love to put in there from time to time. Grapefruit is a fantastic oil. Lemon is a fantastic oil for this. And wild orange is wonderful. And some people love lime. Oh, and Jess says I have a roller bottle with Flume in it for my 1-year-old, and I rub it on her every morning. That's so great, Jess. And you're going to love my update to the Flume recipe because based on the new oils that are coming out, I have a new addition to the Flume recipe that is going to be super awesome. So we'll talk about that in a second. So orange, lemon, grapefruit, lime, wonderful to add to your water, wonderful cleansing effects for the body, and it's just very uplifting. And I have noticed that it actually helps me drink more water. We don't realize sometimes that we're not as hydrated as we should be, so giving it just that little bit of very natural flavor from the essential oil is fantastic. Okay, skincare, my morning routine with skincare. We put so many chemicals on our skin, and in one way that we really want to help you guys be well in this group is to reduce your toxic load and to really make sure through your skincare regimen that you're not getting toxic chemicals into your body. We as women put over 168 toxic chemicals into our body and on our body on a daily basis. So we're trying to reduce that toxic load. And doTERRA has so many amazing non-toxic skincare products. The Virage line, which is wonderful, the aging line, as well as moisturization. The HD Clear line, which is one of my favorites just because I have more oily skin. So I'll show you that. It's fantastic for blemishes, and I love to add a couple drops of Melaleuca. And now, based on our new oils, I'm actually adding a little bit of Siberian fir and copaiba to this regimen in the morning. My husband loves this. This is part of the Virage system. This is called the Virage Serum. Has lots of anti-aging oils in there: jasmine, rose, frankincense, myrrh. This is wonderful. And Immortelle. Immortelle comes in a roller bottle. Mine's actually in my bathroom because I use it in the morning around my eyes. It's your anti-aging roller bottle blend. So that's a great habit to do in the morning with some of your other doTERRA products. Okay, now daily immune support and mood support. So daily, I want you guys using On Guard on the bottom of your feet or the little beadlets that you'll find, On Guard beadlets. There's about 1/4 of a drop in every single beadlet. Fantastic for supporting a healthy immune system. Every morning before my kids go out the door, I love to swipe their feet with On Guard, or I put some on their hands as their hand sanitizer. And we are so lucky because where is it? One of doTERRA's new products is the On Guard hand sanitizer. So this does have a little bit of ethyl alcohol in it because that's great for preventing microbes, but doTERRA has put in there, as well as the On Guard blend, a little bit of apple leaf extract or apple extract and some glycerin to help protect the skin from any drying. This is going to be so easy. So that will be out October 1st or 2nd. Another thing, if you want to, is you can mix up a roller bottle of On Guard with fractionated coconut oil and about 10 drops of On Guard blend. And that's what we use daily. And I cannot even tell you guys, I wish I had tracked it, but we hardly ever get sick. My kids hardly ever get sick, and we just love that blend. It's also great to diffuse in the mornings, especially going into that respiratory season. It smells amazing and it helps kill microbes in the air, so that's great. Another thing for daily immune support that is fantastic is frankincense. So frankincense is very well known to support a healthy inflammatory response. And we're going to talk about the flume recipe. Oh, Deborah asked, are you going to post the updated flume recipe? Yes, I am. So I'm adding one oil to the flume recipe. It's going to be new, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second when we talk about what to do when you're ill. The flume recipe is something that you would do usually when you're sick or not feeling well. Now, another thing I do for daily immune support that is an absolute necessity for us, and we just learned so much about this at convention, and they went through very specifically and talked about their lifelong vitality pack. And these are their daily vitamins. And I can tell you this right now, it's their #1 selling product. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And I have been very skeptical of supplements in the past because I know a lot of the ingredients that people use in their supplements are synthetic, and it's a highly unregulated market. So doTERRA hired a guy called Rob Young who has been wanting to create this supplement for years and years and years, and nobody would ever let him because they said it's too expensive, you can't do it. But he went through piece by piece every ingredient that they added to these. They're whole food vitamins, so nothing synthetic in them, and they're amazing. And I only even have to take the half dose, and I notice a big difference in my energy, a big difference in my nail health. So lifelong vitality is an absolute must. My husband and I take it. I will tell you one other supplement that I'm in love with for energy is called Mito2 Max. I didn't believe that there could be an energy supplement out there without caffeine or any other stimulants in it. This has no caffeine, no stimulants. It's only all natural herbs, and I love this stuff. It has changed my life having 2 young little children. For energy and to support my energy levels, I take one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and that is just sometimes, that's an adjunct that I do in addition to the lifelong vitality pack, just to daily support my bodily functions and daily support my immune system. And if you want to know a little bit more, this is the whole food nutrient complex. This is the Alpha CRS, which is the cellular health blend. So it helps support healthy cellular metabolism and healthy mitochondria function within the cell. And then the last one is your omega supplement. Okay, so that's all your fatty acids, and it also has a fantastic essential oil blend for digestion and to promote just healthy digestion and keeping us regular, which is so important. Okay, so let's talk about our afternoon habits. This is usually when we need to get invigorated and to stay awake, right? So these are some of the things that we do in the afternoon with our essential oils to kind of get us through that lull, right? So we're talking about 3 or 4 o'clock. The day is winding down, but you just still have a lot of stuff to do. You have to make dinner, or you need to go exercise, or you need to finish up your work at your desk. So this is one of the greatest things that you can do, is diffuse at your desk. And we love to use citrus oils in the afternoon. I love to use wild orange. I love to use the blend called Elevation. It's got a lot of wonderful citrus oils, and it just helps me mood in the afternoon, especially as the day is winding down. Now, another oil that I love in the afternoon that's a big part of my regimen is called Balance Blend. So sometimes I tend to feel lots of stress and anxiety towards the afternoon. If I haven't gotten all of my work done, there's a lot of things that I still have to do that I haven't accomplished, or if my kids are going nuts. So the Balance Blend is a wonderful blend of tree oils, frankincense. It's already diluted in fractionated coconut oil. I love to mix it up into a roller bottle. And also keep it super handy. I just actually, since it's already diluted, pour it straight into the roller bottle. And I love to rub this just right here on my temples and on the back of my ears. So that's part of my afternoon oil habit that is super important for just kind of keeping my stress levels low. I also love to diffuse Motivate, which actually is a fantastic oil to kind of keep you, it's an oil blend that doTERRA made, part of their emotional aromatherapy system, to kind of keep you motivated throughout the day. It has lots of citrus oils and peppermint to kind of keep you uplifted. Another one that's our favorite for the afternoon is Cheer. It has clove, nutmeg, some very spicy oils, but also some citrus oils. But a lot of those spicy oils like cinnamon are known to give us energy and to kind of give us that extra pep throughout the day. So this is something we diffuse a lot, or I'll rub it on topically as well. So those are some of my oil habits for the afternoon. Then, excuse me, for the evening, you really want a wind down habit, okay? So this is when we start to turn to our Serenity Blend. And I don't have it with me because it's actually up in my bathroom because that's where I keep it. So we love the Serenity Blend. We love the Serenity Soft Gels. If you have not tried those yet for sleep, that's an absolute must. Has internal lavender preparation, L-theanine, passion flower, German chamomile, and it's very, very well known, all of those things, to promote relaxation and sleep, especially that internal lavender. Internal lavender is fantastic for anxious feelings and to promote relaxation. We love Serenity Soft Gels. You take 2 of them, and I'm telling you, you'll have fantastic sleep. Vetiver. Vetiver is another wonderful oil that we love for sleep, along with Roman chamomile. So vetiver is known as the liquid tranquilizer of essential oils, so that's pretty awesome. And I will say this, topically, I didn't have this great effect for it. Hey Robin, thanks for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Didn't have this great effect from vetiver when I applied it topically. Remember, we get actually better absorption to our body using it aromatically next to our bed when we're breathing it in. Once I put vetiver in my diffuser at night, was lights out. And then I got Serenity Soft Gels, and I have just this amazing nighttime routine. I love to start my diffuser 30 minutes before bedtime. I don't think it helps us wind down if you get into bed, then start your diffuser. So I have this ritual when we go upstairs and we start to do bath time with the kids. I like to start my diffuser then in their room and in my room. So that way when I'm entering my bedroom for bedtime, my room is diffused and filled with the aroma of those relaxing oils. And science proves, y'all, that this helps us feel less anxiety. Science proves that it reduces our respiratory rates, it reduces our blood pressure, it reduces our heart rates, all the things that our body needs to do in preparation of sleep. All these things are just part of a healthy sleep hygiene routine that we do in our house. Clary sage, ylang ylang are also wonderful oils for sleep, and cedarwood is fantastic. Just remember that the Serenity Blend is basically a mixture of all of those wonderful relaxation sleep oils. So if you're like, I don't know which one to try first, I would try Serenity, and it comes actually in a package with the soft gels, and it's reduced price, so you can get the Serenity Blend oil and the Serenity soft gels together, and that's a great way to start your nighttime ritual wind down. I'm telling you, the Serenity soft gels have changed our lives related to sleep. So fantastic. And just don't forget in the nighttime routine to switch it up. Sometimes I do cedarwood and lavender. Sometimes I do Serenity. Sometimes I do lavender and wild orange. Sometimes I do vetiver and wild orange. So it's okay, even if you found something that works for you, to switch it up every once in a while. I think that's actually good for our body, so our body doesn't get too used to anything. And Jess says vetiver, Roman chamomile, and lavender, 5 to 10 drops of each in a roller bottle on the bottoms of the feet for babies, knocks them out. And she's exactly right. We have a little sleep roller bottle. We do diffuse in their room, usually lavender, but that's a fantastic blend for kids to actually rub on the bottom of their feet. And Amanda says, vetiver, Serenity, ylang ylang in the living area 1 hour before the kids' bedtime is so easy. Sleeping for everyone, life-changing, diffusing. And I love what Amanda points out, because guess what? Your wind down routine can start at dinner time. So change what you diffuse when you're cooking dinner. This is what I like to do, is I like to put more relaxing oils in there. Lavender with wild orange, the Serenity Blend. You know, as these ladies are commenting and saying that, that's a great thing to do before you even move upstairs or you move into the bedrooms or the bathroom. I think that the wind down process begins at dinner time. So really change up your diffusing from your afternoon, you know, kind of pep, wake you up, to more relaxing oils that we've discussed. Serenity, lavender, vetiver, Roman chamomile, clary sage. Okay, now let's talk about some very, very specific, and thank you ladies for all those suggestions and for little tips and recipes that have worked for you. And practice, you guys. I think that points out, like, you notice everyone has their own kind of regimen or own kind of recipe. This takes a little bit of trial and error, and that's okay. You're supposed to kind of practice with this and experiment with this and see which oils works for you. Okay, so let's talk about some specific recipes, and I'm excited because I have updated my outline to incorporate some of the new oils that doTERRA is coming out with. You guys are gonna love this. Okay, I've never talked about a recipe for this, but now I have these awesome oils, so I'm going to. So let's talk about some recipes for libido. This is such a big deal for men and women. And such a big deal because, and we kind of joke about this and like wink it off, right? But this is a really big deal. Libido is a big deal, and those connections and intimacy in our life is so important to our health and stress levels. And sometimes our lives are just so busy, we leave that in the background, right? But it's super important that we don't. So jasmine is one of the new oils that doTERRA will be coming out with October 1st and 2nd. And it has a well-known history for men, using it for men and issues with impotence and issues with, you know, poor connection. It smells amazing. And I will tell you this, that I had some jasmine oil last year that I won. And I had a couple men that loved it and wanted even more of it. And I was like, no, I don't want to give away my jasmine, but I was happy to. But so oddly enough, even though it comes from a flower, men are very, very drawn to this. So I would say if you're dealing with those lack of connection issues in your man, this is something that you would want to try, is the jasmine. And the lifelong vitality. Lifelong vitality is super, super awesome for that. Okay, for you women and libido, jasmine, rose, and neroli are going to be your top three. Neroli is very well known in ancient times that women would put the essence of this from the blossom all over them, and it has this beautiful, beautiful floral scent with a hint of citrus. But these are wonderful oils to actually invoke those kind of feelings of increased libido. So definitely the new oils that are coming out October 2nd, jasmine, rose, neroli, are going to be great for women. And the last one that's great for women is going to be the passion blend. So doTERRA comes out with a passion blend, and yes, it's for sparking motivation, but it has cinnamon in it, and cinnamon is very well known to be a fantastic aphrodisiac oil to kind of promote those feelings of intimacy. So those are some great options for you guys if you're looking to kind of spice things up in that area. It's super important actually for our wellness. We kind of joke about it, but that is super important for our wellness. Okay, so we already talked about meltdown time and starting those relaxing oils at dinner time. Serenity, lavender, Roman chamomile, vetiver, ylang ylang. Let's talk about workout and muscle recovery. So many of us are very, very familiar with Deep Blue. Okay, so it comes in the rub. It also comes in the oil, like this. And it also comes in a roller bottle. You can get it pre-diluted in the Deep Blue Touch, or you can get it in the roller bottle straight. So this is a fantastic regimen. doTERRA has already blended these. It's peppermint, wintergreen, blue tansy, helichrysum, osmanthus, eucalyptus, camphor bark oil. These are all the oils that are known to help with inflammation and to also help reduce any discomfort you're having in your muscles or joints. Now, some things that we would love to add to this now that we have them are going to be the new oil, Siberian Fir. Okay, it's going to be fantastic for muscle recovery, as well as blue tansy. And you guys, I'm diffusing blue tansy right now, and at first I didn't like it out of the bottle, and now I'm obsessed with it. Kind of smells like sweet apples. So blue tansy is a fantastic oil that's already in Deep Blue, but you could add a little bit more. It's really, really good for reducing inflammation. So those are going to be two new things. And then a third oil that I love to add to this, that we know for a fact really helps reduce those discomforts and inflammation, is going to be lemongrass. So it's so easy just to take a little, you know, dime-sized amount of this deep blue rub and add 2 drops of those oils, lemongrass, Siberian fir, and blue tansy, and rub into an area of discomfort, whether that be your joints, your knees, your muscles, whatever issue you may be having. Another alternative, let's say you're not having extreme discomfort, but you just have some kind of, misuse, poor use, soreness. The Aroma Touch blend, a lot of people are not familiar with, and this would also be a great blend for muscle recovery if you need better circulation, okay? So if you need to get blood flow to an area, it has some of the wonderful oils like cypress, peppermint, grapefruit. Cypress is very well known for helping with our vessels and our blood flow. So this would be a great blend if you have issues with decreased flow in an area that causes you pain or discomfort, or if you just need kind of like a massage blend at the end of the night, and you don't need something as intense as the Deep Blue. The Aroma Touch is a great option for that. Okay, let's talk about occasional head tension. We all get it. Some of us get it every day. Some of us get it once a week. It does not matter what kind of head tension you get, whether it's like a vice in your head or from the top, or if you feel it coming up your neck. There's some amazing, amazing blends for this. The first blend that we love for head tension is going to be past tense. So past tense is a wonderful, it's actually called the Head Tension Blend by doTERRA. It's got peppermint, wintergreen, basil, marjoram, frankincense, lime, all the oils that are very well known, not only to be discomfort relieving, but to help with some of those feelings of tensions in the head and neck. And you're just gonna rub it right here on the temples. And I love to rub it all the way up the back of my ear over here for head tension. Hi, Julie. Hi, Lizzie. Great to see you guys on live. So past tense is that wonderful go-to blend. Don't feel like you have to go mix a bunch of oils. Just get a bottle of that past tense in your next LRP and keep that on hand always. Because whether it's situational or whether you have a more chronic problem with head tension, that past tense is really gonna be life-saving for you. Some people just love straight peppermint, okay? For head tension. They love to just either take a drop internally or put a drop right here on either sides of the temples. You can also rub it right here. These are natural pressure points. And I would say for all you nursing mamas out there that are maybe avoiding peppermint a little bit, because peppermint can be known to reduce your supply. Some women have no effects from it. I have really no effects from it. But frankincense is going to be your go-to for head tension. So if you are nursing and you just want to avoid peppermint, frankincense is going to be really your go-to. And then don't forget about your deep blue for head tension. Let's say you use the past tense and you're just not getting enough relief. I really want you guys to go back to your deep blue, and I want you to rub that up the back of your neck and right into this area we call the occiput on the back of the head. That's a wonderful way to relieve tension. There are true discomfort relieving effects, scientifically proven from the oils in this blend. Very, very, very important. And then I will say, if we're gonna take it up a notch and all of those things don't work for you, a wonderful, let's say, how do I be compliant? Let's say the most intense headaches or head tensions out there that that some people have that they get on an occasional basis that come along with other things like light sensitivity or nausea or vomiting that are very extreme, that debilitate people. This is the regimen that we use. And I just did this last week on a very good friend and it worked fantastic for him. So we're gonna do 2 drops of marjoram, 2 drops of rosemary, 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of lavender, all in a veggie cap, and you're gonna swallow that. And you can repeat that every 4 hours times 3 doses, okay, in the day. So let's say you have something going on throughout the day, 2 drops of marjoram, 2 drops of rosemary, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of frankincense. Y'all, it did the trick last week for a friend of mine that was suffering from one of those very intense head tension episodes. Super, super powerful. Jess says, oh yeah, deep blue rub on the back of your neck after a stressful day. So great for relaxing, right? We love deep blue. We go through a lot of deep blue in this house. And just know, you guys, if you already love it in your kit, don't negate the value of getting the liter size bottle of deep blue. I just saw Julie at convention last week and she was like, girl, that liter of deep blue is so valuable to have in our house because we use it every day. Okay, let's talk about now occasional stomach discomfort. And I am talking about anything from the top of the GI tract to the bottom, okay? So remember how we used to buy lots of different things at Walgreens for every type of different stomach ailment? Well, you can stop all of that, and now you're just gonna get one thing. And it is going to be, somebody took my digestant because I had it in my bag. Here it is. We have actually 2 bottles of this. This is a great way to make things really convenient for you. Don't feel like you only have to have 1 bottle. Y'all, I have probably 3 bottles of lavender all over my house. 1 upstairs, 1 in the main living room. I keep some in my purse, and we always have an extra one for when we travel. So don't feel like you only have to have 1 bottle. Okay, occasional stomach discomforts, digestion. So this is a wonderful blend of peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, fennel, all the wonderful oils out there that we know are fantastic for digestion. This actually helps promote motility in our digestive tract. It helps soothe those nauseous feelings. It helps us with any sort of issues that we may be having in our lower GI tract, right? With having to go to the bathroom frequently, any of those issues. It is so amazing. I love to carry a roller bottle of the Digestin diluted. I fill it to the top with fractionated coconut oil, put 10 to 12 drops of Digestin. I use that on my kids. If they have any digestive upset at all, or they say their tummy hurts, we just rub that right into their tummy. My son, who actually has issues with nauseous feelings when we're in the car, he just smells it, and that's all he does, and it works every time. It's so amazing. Now, if you're having a more severe, I would say, issue, do not hesitate to go to your veggie cap. We love to put 2 to 3 drops of the Digestin in a veggie cap and drink with any water or liquid. Now, doTERRA also makes Digestin soft gels, so they've made it easier for us. So you can find those in the wellness section of when you're shopping, and it'll be under Digestin options, because they have multiple options, so you can just get those soft gels if you're a person that has more frequent issues with digestive issues. And you guys, I can tell you from experience that it does not matter what issue you're having, from top to bottom, it works every time for me. I've had great experience with this. And my husband, who was previously taking something for that burning in the esophagus that sometimes we have after eating, and this works for that. It's incredible. And so some other things that I would tell you, especially for women that are in the early stages of pregnancy, or for those of us that have those occasional nauseous feelings, ginger and peppermint are fantastic, and inhalation really works for this. And one little trick that we do have that my son also likes to use for those nauseous feelings is the breathe stick. Has lots of peppermint in it, and he just breathes that. So wonderful aromatic way to kind of quash those nauseous feelings is to inhale ginger or peppermint. So fantastic things. And y'all, you could even just put some on a cotton ball, 2 to 3 drops, and just hold it in front of your nose for that, those feelings. Okay, let's talk about cravings. We all have them. I have some days I could only eat 1 meal a day, and then I have some days I could just eat the entire pantry. And I know I'm not really hungry, but for some reason, hormonally, maybe things are coming up for me, and I just have all these cravings and I want to eat. So this is my regimen. I love the Slim and Sassy in the oil. I think I have it in my bag because I just got back from traveling. And I love to put the Slim and Sassy 2 drops in a veggie cap. That has worked fantastic for me for cravings. So what I'll do is this, is like, okay, I want to go to the cabinet and eat some chocolate, but let me take a Slim and Sassy 2 drops internally first and see if that works. Some people love it in their water. You could put 1 or 2 drops in your water, just like you do the citrus oils. And they also have the Slim and Sassy soft gels. So if you don't feel like mixing it in a veggie cap and you just want it pre-made, they come in a bottle and you can easily take those. I have lots of customers that take those throughout the day to kind of help with their cravings, and people love those. Another one that's fantastic for cravings, let's say if you're not loving the Slim and Sassy blend, it is a blend of grapefruit, peppermint, cinnamon, all these oils that are actually really good for our metabolism. But let's say you just are loving the citrus oils in your water. If you're wanting something that helps you with your cravings in your water, you guys, choose grapefruit, okay? It's really, really fantastic for just giving you that little bit of taste, and it really helps with cravings. So drink grapefruit in your water. A lovely, lovely oil. Okay, you guys have been waiting for it, right? Occasional illness recipe. So we typically use the Flume recipe, right? And the Flume is frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, and melaleuca. But now, because doTERRA is amazing, where is it? I am changing the Flume recipe to Flumer, and adding in rose to that regimen, because rose is so good for the immune system. It's very well known to promote healthy cellular function and healthy cellular repair. And also there's a study done on that it helps with cellular death. So when certain cells need to die, the body needs to destroy them. So we want that, right? In our body, we want cell recovery and we want cell death if the cell needs to die, if it's an abnormal cell. So this is what I do for my kids. I mix up a roller bottle with frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, melaleuca, and now I'm either probably going to add some of this from this already diluted roller bottle to this blend, just going to take the top off and put a few drops in there, or I can just use them separately and rub them, swipe them on their feet. Now, you're still going to go with, when you're sick and not feeling well, Flume internally, okay? So rose is something we're going to add topically for the Flumer Balm. And what you're still going to do internally is 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of on guard, 2 drops of oregano, and 2 drops of melaleuca, okay? And you can do that every 4 hours throughout the day. And I'm telling you, this works. I've had illnesses where I thought I was going to be really not feeling well for multiple days, and within 24 hours, and this happened to me, I think it was 2 years ago. We haven't been sick in so long, so I haven't had to use it. But if you sense anything with your children, like slightly runny nose or something like that, we start to rub this on the spine or the feet. If we start to feel it, we take a Flume balm internally. But what I really want you guys to start using for adults, if you do have to take that Flume balm, is please start adding rose into your regimen and start using that topically, okay, as well. It's really going to help support your immune system when you're not feeling well. Very, very important. Okay, pain support. Let's say you're having pain. It doesn't have to be from a muscle or a joint issue. These are going to be your main oils, and we have some new oils now to add into this regimen. So deep blue, definitely. We're only going to use that topically, right? Not internally. Marjoram, lemongrass, wintergreen, black pepper. Now, Siberian fir, because we have that, and guess what? This is a fir oil that you can take internally, okay? And blue tansy. Blue tansy is only going to be topically, okay? So topically, we're going to be using that deep blue, the wintergreen, the blue tansy. But let's just say you're having a pain issue and you need to step it up a notch. Let's make a pain balm, okay? So a pain balm is going to be 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of marjoram, 2 drops of lemongrass. We're going to do 2 drops now of Siberian fir, and that is going to be your pain balm in a veggie cap, okay? So fantastic for, say, systemic pain. I remember a couple of years ago when I was feeling very ill, and I was having shaking and tremoring and all over my body. I was feeling a lot of discomfort, and I took a pain balm, and that actually made everything better. Fantastic. You can actually also mix up a roller bottle of this. I did that for my son when he had to have stitches in his mouth, and all I did was rub it along here. And so for your kids, a wonderful pain roller bottle is going to be frankincense. I don't think I have it down here because I had to keep it upstairs, but it's going to be frankincense, lavender. I use a little bit of wintergreen, a little bit of deep blue. So I probably do 5 to 6 drops of frankincense, 5 to 6 drops of lavender, 3 drops of wintergreen, 3 drops of deep blue. And now you can probably add to that 2 drops of Siberian fir. And that would be a great kids pain roller bottle. And y'all, moms, listen up. For those screaming out terrors of growing pains, this works every time. All we do is take their little pain roller bottle, rub it wherever they're having that discomfort in the knee or the joint, and it works every time. So it's fantastic for that. Okay, hormonal transitions. We all have them, no matter what age we are. I'm having some crazy hormonal transitions, transitioning from having babies and nursing to kind of being back in a more steady state with my body. As we enter into our early 50s, women have hormonal transitions, right? And our hormone levels tend to drop a little bit. So you're definitely gonna want to employ the Clary Calm blend for this. Okay, and now we have 2 new oils for this that we know are fantastic for hormonal transitions. And studies have proven that when you inhale these oils, they actually can promote healthy estrogen levels. They actually can reduce stress, blood pressure, and your respiratory rate. Neroli and rose. So please add these into your hormonal regimen, especially if you're entering the kind of later part of your hormonal transition in your life. You definitely want to add neroli and rose to that. Deborah asks, can you fix gel caps in advance and store them safely? So usually you cannot, because they're going to eat through the gel tabs. Now Julie always makes a great point that you can make them ahead of time and freeze them, and that those work just fine. So that would probably be the only way that you can pre-make gel caps, Deborah, and store them. Otherwise, let's say, I mean, they'll probably last for about 24 hours when you make them. But otherwise, after that, they're kind of gonna eat through this. This is just like a vegan, non-GMO vegetable cellulose. So the oil is gonna kind of penetrate that barrier after a while. It's meant to dissolve rapidly, but you can definitely fix them in advance and freeze them. A great thing to do, especially if you're having discomfort, and in those moments of discomfort, you just don't feel like you can mix up a veggie cap, so you could freeze those, that pain bomb that we talked about, and freeze those. Okay, so hormonal transitions, you definitely are going to want to add neroli and rose. Neroli is fantastic in the hormonal transition of late pregnancy. So this is a great one to add to your regimen for late pregnancy. You know, clary sage is something we also recommend adding in late pregnancy that kind of helps with those contractions and bringing those contractions on if you're entering the labor phase of hormonal transitions. But definitely, if you're a woman who's entering the later stages of hormonal transitions, you absolutely have to have Clary Calm, neroli, and rose. Those are 3 things in your arsenal that you definitely want. For women and their monthly hormonal transitions, we're going to rub that Clary Calm and lavender over our abdomen for any of those cramping issues. It works every time for me. It's fantastic. For women that are having those later in life hormonal transitions, you're going to use peppermint and ginger for any nauseous feelings that come up. And you definitely will want to make a peppermint spray for yourself. For any of those temperature elevations that come on very rapidly, remember that peppermint has menthol in it, and it works on a receptor in our body to not only bring our temperature down, but also to give us a coolness feeling, okay? So, I mean, I would just fill this with water, and you're going to put probably 20 to 30 drops of peppermint in it. And when you're having that kind of moment, you're just going to spray yourself all over and let it rub into your skin. And worst case scenario, say you only have your deep blue with you. Deep blue will be a great thing because of the peppermint in there, or the past tense blend if you're having some of those temperature elevations associated with hormonal transitions, and use that. Okay, now let's talk about seasonal threats. I have a new one to add in here I'm so excited about. So typically our seasonal threat recipe is going to be lemon, lavender, and peppermint, okay? A fantastic blend that we know helps reduce inflammation and helps our body. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and there's lots of different ways you can use these. You can diffuse them. My husband, with his issues that come up, likes to put 2 drops of each in a veggie cap and take internally, and you can do that 2 to 3 times per day. I'm telling you, it clears up his issues just like that. And then what you're also going to do if you're having lots of upper respiratory issues related to those seasonal threats, I really want you to diffuse a Breathe blend, okay? But now, guess what you're going to add to your Breathe blend? A new oil, blue tansy. And you guys, Blue tansy has this amazing component in it called chemazoline. And chemazoline comes along after the distillation process. And guess what? Studies on the chemazoline have been shown to decrease synthesis of leukotrienes. Leukotrienes in our body actually kind of promote that histamine response in our body, which is why we get all the symptoms from seasonal threats. You cannot take this internally, okay? One thing I think I forgot to mention before is that oils that can be taken internally will have a box on the side of the bottle called supplement facts, okay? That's your signal that you can take that oil internally. But notice on this blue tansy, it does not have that. Okay, so not an internal oil, only topical and aromatically. So you're gonna add this to your regimen aromatically for your seasonal threats, okay? Another thing you can do, take your breathe stick, add a couple drops of the blue tansy on top of it and just rub it onto your chest. That's a wonderful topical way to get some of those effects to combat some of those seasonal threats and the cascade that it causes in our body. Another thing you could do is mix up a roller bottle, peppermint, lemon, lavender, and blue tansy, right? So you're gonna fill it 3/4 of the way with fractionated coconut oil, and I would add 10 to 12 drops of each of those, lemon, lavender, peppermint, blue tansy, and rub it on the bottom of your feet or on your chest here, okay? So you're inhaling that too. So that is an awesome addition, you guys, to the seasonal threat regimen. I'm so excited about this oil blue tansy, and it smells so awesome. Okay, so that's seasonal threats. Let's talk about, this is a new one that I added because you have so many good oils, perfume replacements. Perfume is expensive. Most of them are synthetic. So let's go to something natural. And one of my favorite perfume blends is a blend that doTERRA makes called Whisper. It's for women. And it's got bergamot, ylang ylang, patchouli, jasmine, vanilla, cinnamon, labdanum, vetiver, sandalwood, rose, and vanilla. And it's a wonderful little perfume. It's already diluted. I just take one little drop like this and rub it behind my ears. Love this oil. But now I'm going to start using, because I'm so obsessed with neroli oil right now. It's so incredible, like my body is craving it. So these are gonna be wonderful perfume replacements. Rose, y'all, this stuff is like, I can't even describe the smell to you, how incredible it is. It's like the best smelling tea rose you've ever smelled in your life. Neroli, very, very light floral scent with a hint of citrus. Jasmine, a heavier kind of floral scent that we all know and love. So these are wonderful perfume replacements that are so easy to apply in roller bottles and just really, really awesome to smell amazing. Okay, so let's kind of wrap things up and let's talk about how you guys order after you get your enrollment kits. If you're not familiar with the Loyalty Rewards program, I want to tell you a little bit about it really quick. It's like our frequent flyer program, okay? So there's two ways to order. You can go in there and do a standard order and make no points, or you can actually go in there and order monthly. If your order is above 50 PV or more, you're gonna earn points on that order. So I always tell people that's a mark that you wanna stay above is 50 PV. It's an optional monthly reward program. You change your order every month based on your needs. And guess what you're gonna do now that you have a list of needs, wants that you've made from this class? You can go through and say, okay, this month I'm gonna get these 3 oils. Next month I'm gonna get these 3 oils, etc. So every month you're gonna kind of be adding to your collection and replacing things as you run out of them. You can earn much deeper discounts. Y'all, this is awesome. The first 3 months you earn 10% back on everything that you buy, and you keep going up every 3 months by 5% until after 13 plus months of ordering 50 PV or more of product, y'all, you get 30% back on every order. It's so awesome. And you literally, it's so easy to cash them in. Let's say you're ready to cash in 150 reward points, which is 150 reward dollars. When you go in there and do your order, still keep your 50 PV order, but then you're gonna add $150 worth of free product to that order, and you're just gonna click on the little button that says use points. So easy, and it's so awesome. This is how you guys get up to 55% off of oils with your wholesale account, and with those awesome reward points. You are going to love it. It's just a great way. Go through and replace all these items in your home that you use right now that we know are toxic. Replace one thing each month. And it's just going to be so easy for you to do. And I have proven that we will save you over $2,000 a year just by replacing your cleaning products with the amazing On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, right? And things like hand soap and your shampoo, conditioner, all of those things, you're gonna save $2,000 a year by getting them through doTERRA. And it's shipped to your door. You guys, you get reward points for your shipping. So the cheapest shipping is $4 and you get 4 reward points for that. So awesome. There's a monthly free product of the month. If you buy 125 PV or more, you actually get the free product of the month. And every month there's a product that's 10% off. So stay in tune for that when you log into your account. So consider changing your lifestyle over. This is a wellness lifestyle with doTERRA. Our goal and natural shift of all of us leaders is to help you reduce your toxic load, to put goodness into your body, for you live healthier, a more well lifestyle, happier too. So this is the transition to that lifestyle. So the Loyalty Rewards Program is a must. If you guys have any further questions about that, definitely follow up with the person that enrolled you and they will help you if you don't know how to get it started. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these recipes and tips. And this video will be around for a while if you want to come back and reference it. And please, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We're so excited for you guys to start using your oils. I hope you have a happy Wednesday and just have a great day.